Hello, 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 all my beautiful, amazing, fantastic machine heads. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to episode number 14 on the Wildlands series. Yes, we are on the Wildlands, and we are in debt. So, we have some things to do today to get out of debt. We've got to sell our oats. We've got to bring our straw over. We've got to sell our milk just to get out of it. And we still have to pay our loan off. So this is going to be, actually, it's the Wilderness Wildlands series. I wanted to remember to put that in. We also have one oat field ready, but we also have to get this grass field done. Whew, we got a lot to do today, so let's get going. Let's get going. So let's take the straw, and we're going to put this into the cow pen. But anyways, so I've made a decision. Remember how we planted this off camera, right? We got our canola in here. Everything's going. We got yield bonus of plus 95. We mulched it. We did everything, fertilized it. We did everything we needed to do. So we're going to keep swathing until we get to this canola field. Okay, then we're going to get rid of all of our oats and get that. If this doesn't swath like it's supposed to and go in there, we're going to switch to a harvester and go back. So we're going to still have to take out more of a loan probably and do that. But we're going to continue to pay off. Let's see, do we have any more wheat in here? No. Okay. We're going to continue to do what we've been doing and pay off as much of the loan as we can. But we started at $6,000 yesterday, remember? And we're down to negative $15,000. So we've got a lot of money coming out for a loan, a lot of money coming out for various things. So anyways, without further ado, my name is Free Machine Gaming, and welcome in, everybody. Hope you guys doing great. Hope you guys doing awesome. And I hope you guys doing fantastic, because I am as usual. So we got a lot to do. Let's see if we can get ourselves out of debt today. And we only made 30,000 liters of milk for one day for 200 cows. Yeah, let's see. Where are we here? Yep, 30,000 milk. So it's been interesting. We got to start making some milk. We got to start making some money, everybody. All right, so there's that. That takes care of that. And now let's go down and sell our wheat and see if we can get out of debt. Or not wheat, our first level of oats. And if we do have time, and when it's all said and done, we're going to start mowing that. I'm going to harvest off camera. There we go. I'm going to harvest off camera right there. That field is ready. I'll show you. Whoops, let's go over here. This field is ready to harvest, which is right there. As you can see, we're still chipping away at the trees here. This one's ready, so I will do this one off camera because I want to do something different, like I want to mow. Did you guys see that massive glitch that was just there when I ran through here? That was crazy. I haven't had that in a while on this series. Here we go. All right, let's head down to the shop and sell this 19,057 liters of oats and see what we get. Hopefully we get out of debt. And then we've got to see if... Oh, I got that little bit... My steering wheel turned. Just so you guys know, I do use a controller to play with. I do have a steering wheel, and I do have... Oh, look, we cleared this field out. We cleared the trees around it. I do have a steering wheel, pedals, things, but I find it easier to play Farm Sim with a controller sometimes, especially when you're doing a lot of, like, mining and a lot of things like that. So I find it easier to use it. But once in a while, I like to bring it back out. But anyways, what will happen is the steering wheel will override the controller, so it was tilted. There we go. Oh, we're not out of debt. Woohoo! So hopefully the milk will make us out of debt. And that's that. So we got 177,000 liters of straw out of that. So we're going to go now and scoop out the manure. Let's go this way for a change. You guys haven't seen this new one. We cleared all these trees out around here off camera, and we did that. And like I stated yesterday, what I do is as soon as this episode is over, I switch down to the 3x speed, and then if I need more time, I go down to 0.5. Just so we're staying transparent with everything that we need to do. So you guys know there's no wool, there's no nothing pulled over your eyes. Everything is played legit. We're at 25 hours, I think it is. So just to let everybody know, I'm very transparent with how I play, how I do things, just so everybody knows. Here's that. All right, now we're going to go, and as soon as we have, right now we have 25,000. As soon as we have 180,000 liters in there, then we're going to sell that. I found out the hard way that this manure thingy here does not have a place to go and use for a truck. You know what I mean? So we're going to have to scoop it out, or we're going to have to put up a... there's 30,000. Yeah, we got a lot of manure off this. Then we'll come back and we'll sell the milk. Oh, I could have done that with the truck. So that'll be... We'll check when we got it. Now, we're not going to get a lot for manure. We're not. We're not going to get a lot of money for it, just a couple $1,000s. But we are slowly... Now, remember, too, is as we continue to pay down the loan, we will get more and more and more less... Or, well, not more and more. Let's word this correctly. Less and less of a loan paid. Well, that's... This is going to be about 90,000. That's pretty cool, actually. So like I said, when we first started, this is going to be harder than I think. So each day, we've got to leave it like 5,000 or 6,000. Plus, remember, too, we have to buy all of our own fertilizer, all of our own seeds, all that stuff. Whew. It's going to be a rough series to get out of debt, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to try it. So let's, we'll just keep staying focused. And, boy, I love that mod where it tells you what it is, like what level your bucket's at and stuff. What a big difference. Let's see if I can get this up here. There's that, and then get this off here. And like I said, there we go. I like it though. I like that little thing, so I don't have to go in and out, and it spins on its axis and everything like that. But that was a lot of manure for one day. Let's check and see how much we got in here now. 85,000. All right. We had 25. So we had 65,000 liters of manure. Now, remember, if we wanted to, we could switch to get rid of this and switch to the traditional manure silo. Oh, that's right. All right. So let's do it with our tractor. Yeah, because then we're going to come back down and we're going to grab the mower and the thing and start making some TMR. We've got to keep going with that. So we started with 6,000. You know that we're 15,000, so we roughly go, what's that? Just about $10,000 or $11,000. And I'm hoping that we don't need any manure or things today, or not manure, fertilizer. There we go, 30,000. And we'll see how much this should get us out of debt. And we may not be able to pay a loan out because we have to keep, like I said, we started with 6,000 and 15,000, so pretty close to 10,000 we have to keep in there. We can also sell the slurry too. I remember I was contemplating not doing it at all, like not selling it and stuff at all. So, thank good Lord up above that we decided to do it that way. But let's go this way this time. Just for something different. Just to go this way. So like I said, this is now what we're going to be doing. And a lot of the field work and stuff we're going to be doing off camera. I will still always start a field and things like that. But isn't this kind of cool? I got all these. I still have to plant that field. We may do that one next. But anyways, like we stated in the very beginning, when we get to the swathing of the canola, if it does not swath it like it's supposed to, we'll switch to a harvester and we'll go a traditional method. And that's what we'll do. So we'll have to keep that in mind. I also want to come down here and clean this out so I can make a road right here so I can just cut off a little bit of time. But it's not the end of the world. All right, what's 30,000 liters give us? All right, there we go. So, all right, 20,000. So let's do this then. Let's pay $5,000 back on the loan. So we can continue to get that down, and we'll leave 15,000 in here. And let's get here and go up here to finances. We will pay back 5,000. There. Now we should be into positive numbers. And remember too, when we get to the canola, that'll sell for more. This is what the fun part is. This is what Russell was talking about. It's if you do it legit, it's hard to make money. I mean, legit. Like normally. What's in this field over here? Is this oats or is this... Looks like something that was just harvested. Okay. Yeah, it was wheat harvested. It wasn't me that harvested it. But like he stated, you know, our good friend Russell from the channel, Russell Whitlock, make sure you check him out on YouTube, that if you do it legit, like normally I sell the wood chips and I make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, make millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. So it's very hard, and we did this like as legit like we could. So, you know, I think a lot of the problem is I'm using 2 factories and we have a lot of pieces of equipment on here, so that's pretty cool. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and sell the slurry while we're already here, and then we'll start our mowing process, and I will harvest that off camera and get this field planted and stuff like that. So got a lot of work to do, and we'll get her done. We have 110,000 liters, so this will only give us 5,000 or 6,000. So I think if we can get to, if it gives me 5,000 for this, or 10,000, I'd like to start with 20. I'd like to be able to start in positive numbers tomorrow, and that way when we do this, you know. Oh, and when this video drops, happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy 4th of July. It's Friday. I'm recording this on Wednesday, so recording this a couple days early. But you do get a lot of slurry, and you do get a lot of manure, which is pretty good. We could be fertilizing with that, which means we wouldn't have to buy it. And then technically, if we didn't have 100% fertilization, we could do that. But we're going to go as far as we can legit with the commercial fertilizer. And if it works out to where we're losing money, we can't get above our heads above water, we'll switch to doing slurry manure, and we'll just go as far as we can on each field. Because 110,000 liters, these fields are small enough. I could probably get at least one level of fertilizer on the field, which you lose yield at that point, but you're not spending money on fertilizer. So we could do that, you know. So let's just keep trying, keep our heads above water. And as long as we like I said, we're positive now, this will give us, I'm hoping at least like 5,000, so that we can pay. I'd like to start tomorrow's episode with positive numbers, and then everything that we sell, we plus. You also don't get a really good yield from oats, but it sells pretty well. Canola will sell pretty well, better. And that machine also says that it swaths soybeans. So once we get through the rotation of oats and we switch to the rotation of canola, then we'll switch after that and go to soybeans. Now, if we get to, like we stated twice now, if we get to the canola and it doesn't work, then we'll just go to a traditional harvester. All right, I don't think we're going to get a lot off this at all. Well, there's 1,000. But we did pay $5,000 off on our loan, so we're doing good. As long as we're paying something every episode. And if I could start this with, you know, because I might have to buy fertilizer and stuff. We'll see. We'll see. I also have a roller, too. I can roll the fields of grass to get my fertilizer. There's 18. 19. We're not going to get to... Yeah, we're not going to get to 20. But there we go. Leave it right there. So, $4,000 a day for that. So, we're 19,000 in the plus now. So, we're gonna keep doing... We're going to keep that. Now, that means that tomorrow we should start with the positive. Even after the loan and even after everything that we take out, because we were at 6,000 when we started and we ended up 15,000. So I'm guessing 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about $8,000 or $9,000. So we should be okay. And that means that we can start, and even like I said, hey, we're doing this legit, so we paid $5,000 off on the loan. So hey, every little bit helps. And we're not like trying to do it tomorrow either. You know what I mean? We're doing this. There are lots of fields to do, lots of stuff to do. So now we're going to hook up to the big M500 and the loading wagon, and we're going to do that. I think also I have to double up on my things. Like, for example, the swather, when we do that, I have to swath and pick it up at the same time, because we're getting to the point where we're doing so much work now that we have to. That like that, unhook that. There we go. So I am so excited about how this is working. I'm super excited about how we're doing what we have to do as far as earning our money. It's I think it's fun. I think it makes the series fun when you're earning it. And like I said, even if it's only $5,000 or $10,000 a day, it's $5,000 or $10,000 a day that comes off. So, where are we here? Here we go. Sorry, I just breathed in the microphone. So you guys heard, I took a deep breath and it was like, oh. Sorry, guys. All right, so we want to be able to do this now and double up on this. And like I said, maybe even a couple of times we might go to like the 30-minute mark on a video. And we might do that tonight since it's the 4th of July. Maybe we'll do a little bit longer video and see if we can get some more stuff done, because Russell brought up a great point. You know, we want to get to the point where we're getting some stuff done, like more stuff done than just like, you know, filming that. I do the 20-minute videos because it's it tends to be a little bit easier to load them up. All right, let's get this. Now this will pick this right up, and we'll do this, and then we'll finish this field here, get it all planted in canola. Tomorrow, well, and then I'll harvest that one, and then tomorrow we'll come back and we'll plant that one over there, so that way you guys don't have to watch the harvest part of it. So there we go. Should be still on swathing. And we are collecting grass. I might just mow this one today and then harvest it and then harvest the other one. So because we need to be able to get the oats to sell for tomorrow. So, but we did pretty good, guys and gals. We went from 15,000 in debt to 19,800 in the positive. So we are doing well. And what I like about this little setup that we have here is, yes, and it's super realistic. I have seen these in real life, hook up to a loading wagon and do this all at once. I've seen this. Now, that's why I kind of lowered the speed. Now, this will mow in real life at about 15 miles an hour. Okay? They go right along. But after you pull in a loading wagon and things with it, in real life, it's going to go about 10 miles an hour. So, if you guys want, what we could do, get this mowed, go a little bit longer today, and maybe get that other one harvested over there and get that one started to get set up. So we could go, like I said, we can do a 30-minute video today if you guys want. Since it's the 4th of July, we're kind of celebrating. You know, it's a big deal. It's 250 years we've been a nation, so it's pretty big deal. So I just took another deep breath. I've got my sensitivity on my mic turned up, but I've got the background noise drowned out a little bit more, because ever since we did that video where it was it picked up the alerts, I was like, I don't want that. Not that it matters. I mean, it's not the end of the world even if it does, but as you can see, we are flying along. Now we also have to create a field on this one too, because we have not created a field yet on this. So we'll get this field as much as we can mowed, and then we'll take the swather up there. Now watch, this should, I want to do an experiment here. This should, because I have the real mowing mod in, and it should pick up a little bit of grass there, which it did not, because it means there's no grass there, which is good. But yeah, I lowered the speed down on this to about 10 miles an hour. Now, if I mow it by itself, and without the loading wagon, it will mow at 15. I made sure it did that. But these are absolutely real machines. So what I've done is decided that we are going to make series that are realistic-ish. And so that we're doing everything as realistically as we can within the constraints of the game, but we don't go like realistic speeds. But I will always use realistic equipment, except for the only thing I'm not using realistic, I don't think, is that swather. I'm not sure. I know swathers exist because you do that sort of stuff, but I don't know if that factory exists and things like that. I think that what happens is you don't get a straw swath. I think when you swath in real life, now I'm going to have to research this because I'm not very familiar with this. Whoa. I have to mow I don't want to mow that field over here. I think that a buddy of mine said they do it out Midwest and stuff still. And what it does is it just drops the grain right on the ground, and then they kind of pick it up. Then they have to pick it up with a harvester, a special header for the combine. And then it picks it up. And I think he told me it is, whoops. I think he told me, where is the, I think it's under forage harvester headers. Whoops, not that. It is this thing right here. They have to use this. And it picks it up off the ground. So that's what I was told about that. And they also have problems with if it's windy or whatever, it blows the green all over. But it is a real thing. But I don't think that putting it on a tractor is realistic. I think that they go on a look at all that mist. I think they go on a special like swather, like this one here, right here. I think it goes on something like this, to be honest with you. So, but don't quote me on that because I'm not quite sure. I have to do my research on it before I start giving out information on that. But I was laughing because our good friend AK is watching my Two Brothers series, and it's absolutely hilarious because he's like, I've watched 10 episodes of you guys doing nothing but mining, and I laughed my butt off when I made my comment to him. I said, yeah, that's why it's called Two Brothers Mining. Did you want me to do forestry? So, but he's a really good friend of the channel, and he's got a sense of humor like mine, so it's pretty funny. And that's the people I surround myself with, people that are positive and people that are happy. And he always leaves the most awesome comments. Him and Russell and all you guys that leave comments on there. You know, you guys are awesome. It's amazing how my community, we don't grow leaps and bounds every year. Like I see people get 6, 7, 8, 9,000 people, you know, subs in a month. And I don't call you guys subs anyways. I call you family members. But I don't want to grow like that. I want to grow organically, and I want to grow like our family member totals. They go up and down every week. Like, for example, you know, we'll lose 2 or 3, but then by the end of the week, we gain like 15. And then we go from there. You know what I mean? So I want to do that. I want the people that come to watch the stuff want us to watch it. But AK left the most amazing video, and everything that he said in our comment about a video that I had asked a while back about if what kind of things people like, if they like live streams and things like that. And it was just everything that I did was perfect, that fit his style, and that's all I want. I want people to come and watch the channel that the way they want to watch it. You know what I mean? That I want them to come watch it. But I am going to do one thing. I am going to make a series. Ooh, let me see. I'm going to hit that. You guys are going to laugh at this one. So I said series, right? And Siri picked up on my phone. Oh, that's so funny. I am going to make a series one time of a story mode. I just got to I thought about making it where, like I'm going to write like a little book and kind of like then read the story to you guys like it was by story. That'll give me something to do while I'm doing stuff around the farm and things like that, so that I can actually have some things floating around and actually just read it to you guys, which is kind of cool. I might even use a cool little voiceover thing or something. I don't know. I'm getting to where, you know, I'm starting to not believe people, you know, and I'm doing a horrible job mowing. Like for the longest time, I used to get really upset when people would say, "Oh, I hate your voice" and things like that. But when I watch my videos back, I mean, but then again, it's my voice. I don't see the problem with it. I don't see, like, I don't have one of those whiny, annoying voices, I don't think, but it's me, and I'm going to still put out videos anyways for that matter. I missed a lot of grass on this. That's the only thing bad about when you tow the loading wagon. You lose the steering ability. And it's kind of rough sometimes when you're trying to do a field like this, and so, I don't know. I think what I'll do is start cutting that a little bit earlier and see if I can get around here. Now I've got also the larger pickup, the wider pickup swath, if you know what I mean, so that we can when we go around corners like this, we can kind of get it still. Well, we're almost at 120,000 liters. That's crazy, guys. That's nuts. And then we'll hook up to the tractor and we'll head over once we dump this, and we'll start that harvest. And that way we did at least a couple different things today. So we might increase the videos to a half an hour, but I want to normally keep them right around 20, guys. But I'm doing it for a special occasion today because we are the 4th of July today. And I want you guys to get a little more action into the video. But then normally I'll just do 20 minutes. It seems to work out a lot better. But we have come so far, guys. In the 14 episodes, episode 14 today, we own all the fields. What are we at for trees? Let's go over one more. 1,300 trees we've cut down. So we've done a lot. We've just keep going and going and going. And we did pay $5,000. Now, what are we on for the loan wise? What do we own for the finances? We still owe 5.49. We got a long ways to go, but that's what's fun about it. That's what's fun. I'm doing, very interested to continue to push the way that Russell does his stuff, and I want to see how long it takes us. And I don't care if we're on this map for 10 years. Eventually, we'll get done, and then we'll go to backcountry and we'll do things that way. Now, on backcountry, I think I want to do it a little more legit. Now, there's going to be sections on backcountry that I'm going to need the Brucks or the Treks. So let's get this off, this up, and this off, and this up, and this off. Because the reason why is because there's some trees up on a hill, and if I want to remove them, but I think that most of it I will do it with I want to try it with a actual tree harvester and see how much money we can make. Of course, using auto load, you know me. I'm not doing any logging without it. Or I might just do a strict mining series and see how much we make. But the only thing about a mining series on backcountry is you can make millions. And I'm kind of really enjoying doing a series like this more than anything. All right. Back it in there a little bit more. There we go. Now that should start making some TMR. And we are. Look at how fast it's making it. Absolutely insane. And I like the Omatana wagons. They dump quick. All right, so now we'll hook up to the tractor and take it over and start swathing our field over there. And then off camera, I will get that field planted in canola, that field created and planted in canola, and then my 100 trees done. And when we come back, we'll have another field of oats to do, which is kind of cool. So it'll be awesome, awesome, awesome. And then the other field, we'll be able to see some fertilizer and stuff going on. So now I did research it. The big M's in real life are like $500,000, if not more like 750,000. I like it. As you can see, it mows at 10 miles an hour, which is a little more realistic. Not crazy. And eventually I will do a realistic series again, but it's hard because like we talked about, the when you are doing actually, you know what? We won't swath this one. Let's hook up to the fertilizer spreader and see how much we can use on that. Now, I did downgrade from the big one to this one because this one's actually a wider spread. It's only got 3,200 in it, so I'm hoping we don't have to spend any money on solid fertilizer. Let's check this field here. Oh, I can't, guys, because I got to create it. All right, I'll put this back real quick. We got to create that field. Because either way, I still have to do two fields to catch up with this one. But I want to get one planted and then one I want to get one planted and one planted tomorrow. So we're going to get this big old cultivator out here. Get about another minute or so more. We'll get over there to the field and start it. Now, these drawbars are banging. They can make you turn on a dime. So, all right. So on that note, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding bell so you get notified when Fury drops a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And remember, I love you all, and I will catch you guys right back here tomorrow for another episode of the Wilderness Wildlands. Now we're creating a field here, guys. So that's why we're going to do this. We're going to do it for the next couple minutes. Off camera, I will get this all ready to go. And this is a cultivator so that we can, but we have a direct drill anyways. And then we will plant this canola today, get it done today. And then tomorrow's episode, when we come back, we will harvest that oats over there. No, actually, I'm going to have to do that today to catch up. But we will plant the oats tomorrow because I want to keep them rotated. I want to keep them done by a month. So I will plant this one today, and then I'll harvest it off camera so we always have the oats to sell. And then we will plant that one tomorrow so that way we can always have fields ready. So, all right, let me stop this, and then you guys get out of here. So I will finish this one. I'll say it one more time. We'll get this one cultivated, fertilized, and it's already 50% fertilized, right? So I only have to fertilize it one time. That's it, and it'll be at 100%, which is great. I will get this all done, planted in canola, and then and then I will get this one also harvested right here. And then tomorrow's episode will come and we'll fertilize. We'll fertilize, lime, seed, do whatever else we need to do on this one. And then the following day we will be ready to go. I think this one will be ready over here. But then we'll mow in between and we'll kind of get everything all set up. So guys, get out of here, and I love you all, and I will catch you guys back here tomorrow. Enjoy your 4th of July. We went a little bit longer video, so keep that in mind as you design this rhyme, and that's it. We still got lots of fields to do, lots of stuff to do. We did good today. Good job, guys. Get out of here.